KEJS-FM, Lubbock 106.5. Feel the power. Feel the power. Broadcasting live from downtown Lubbock, the new Power 106. This is the Florida Man Funny with Molio on Power 106.
Power 106, Tejano and more, Tejano and more, Tejano and more. It's Friday.
Yes, it is.
It's rainy Friday.
It's very rainy.
Does it rain in southern Florida?
No, never.
Just like it doesn't rain in Southern California?
That's right. Oh, I tell you what, we always bring you the wackiest, weirdest, strangest news out of Florida every week, and this week you have to pay attention. And why is that? Why do they need to pay
We're
attention?
going to be hooking you up with a VIP pass to check out Signal November the 4th at Dos Gringos.
And we're going to be asking a trivia question about this story later on. So you got to be paying very close attention to the story this morning. Headline: Florida man turns himself in for murdering imaginary friend and posts the saddest mugshot ever. Jacksonville, Florida. Jeff Gaylord, 37, entered the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office earlier today and turned himself in for killing his imaginary friend, Mr. Happy. Gaylord told officers he had stabbed Mr. Happy repeatedly with a kitchen knife, cut up the body with a hatchet, and buried the victim in his backyard. A remorseful Gaylord told officers he wanted the death penalty for his crime, preferably right now. He wasn't waiting for justice. Gaylord said he killed his imaginary friend of 7 years for multiple reasons. One, and this one I love, for being messy. His room was a mess all the time with his toys and dolls, Gaylord told police. He left his empty vodka bottles all over the kitchen, never picked up his empty cocaine baggies, and left the toilet seat down when he peed. He messed up my apartment to the point where I just couldn't get it clean. Before Hap started doing drugs and acting weird, he was my BFF. We'd go dancing, play on the children's park equipment, both huge fans of doom metal, listen to it for hours with the lights turned off. Gaylord said that him and Mr. Happy had grown very unhappy in their relationship and hadn't had a real conversation in at least a year. The breaking point came when Mr. Happy allegedly crashed Mr. Gaylord's Nissan Altima after the friends had been out celebrating Mr. Happy's birthday party at Hooters, which resulted in Mr. Gaylord being arrested instead of Mr. Happy. That drunk driving incident, he was unfairly blamed in just how messy his life had become because of Mr. Happy. That's why I murdered him, Mr. Gaylord told police. It was an overreaction. I should have listened to the neighbor lady and got us into counseling, but no, I did the unthinkable and killed my best friend. I'm a terrible, terrible person, and I need to be punished. Police say Gaylord was extremely intoxicated and threatened to kill police after they told him they could not give him the death penalty for his crime. Police took Mr. Gaylord into custody and obtained a search warrant for his house where they found drug paraphernalia and a machine gun. Gaylord was booked on multiple charges and bail has not been set.
Now that is, I mean, some of these people, I wonder if some of these people think the stories we tell are true. This is true. You're going to post this in a little while. What an idiot.
Yeah, this guy was a complete moron. Every one of my stories come from one of the major Florida newspapers, so you can't make this stuff up.
I don't even know what to say about the people in Florida.
There's something in the water, in the air.
And here I thought I wanted to take my kids to Walt Disney World.
Maybe you need to take them to Disneyland. Anaheim might be safer.
It might be just a little bit safer, so make sure you stay tuned. Hopefully you studied and did your homework, because in a little while, we're going to be asking that magical question about Florida Man Funny right here on Power 106. Good morning.